bitches. Welcome back to Bitches with a Mic, your typical garage podcast, but today we have finally upgraded to the middle of the living room.
Yes!
Woo! So happy to be here. We're going to briefly touch on Pop Culture by Double D and LD. Quickly after that, we're going to go into a first big-time Fuckboy interview.
Let's get it.
Early, but okay.
Yep. Okay, let's get into it. This week, Kim and Kanye are finally getting a divorce. It's official. Kim's moving through it. We'd love to see it.
It's been announced about 6 times. I just saw it in the news again, and I was like, I thought this is already...
I know, but now it's like breaking. She's actually filed.
And I was like, oh, they're like, no, she's going to do it, she's going to do it, she's going to do it. And now they're like, oh, she did it. She did it. It's over.
Yep, and Larsa Pippen was spotted with Scott Disick and his new girlfriend, which classic, like, she's just a weasel that needs to go away.
No, she's kind of an absolute homie hopper, and I kind of respect it to a certain degree. Like, I really do.
Yeah,
She was like, Scotty, so sorry, but I'm out. And then she kind of was just like, what do I feel like doing today?
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? That's okay.
She's been from TikTok stars to now Scott Disick and his girlfriend she's BFF with. I think she was friends with Jordan Woods at some point in time after that whole fiasco. But that's the latest on them. What else happened this week?
I don't know.
I feel like that was the big thing.
Honestly, like, all that's, like, in the news lately for, like, pop culture is, like, little TikTok girlies.
Which we're never going to touch on this podcast, so.
I feel like there was a lot of
Keep swinging your arms,
Kardashian
though, dancers.
confirmation. Because didn't Courtney
is
truly
dating.
validate Travis Barker?
Yep.
Yes. There's a lot of Kardashian activity this week.
There was, yep. Khloe might be engaged to
Khloe
Tristan
also
Thompson.
just said beat my ass. She said eat my ass because of the Kylie and Jordan trauma. Someone was still commenting, and she was like, literally, go fuck yourself.
Yep.
And made this long thing, and I was like, I thought this has been over for...
It's too much, I know. But yeah, there's a lot of Kardashian drama happening. Updates on that front. TikTok stars, which we're not going to get into.
I'm like, they're so dramatic. I say as I'm wearing Kim's sweats. Love that for me.
But I think what everybody came to listen to this week's episode is our resident fuckboy that we're going to interview next. Let's get into it.
Can we get a quick hello into the mic?
Oh,
Residential fuckboy.
Sorry about that. Was it?
Was it?
I've been hanging with my buddy way too much. Sorry about that.
First thing that we want to get across is this man is not from the Deep South.
Even though
he sounds
his voice
like
does
it.
reflect it.
Yeah. He is from
Washington.
Yep, Washington, the Pacific Northwest, born and raised. So, where does it come from?
I have no idea. I think just
Do your
through the
parents
years.
talk this way?
No.
But your whole family, like your siblings, talk that way for sure.
Do they?
Yes, I'm telling you that now.
I want to
You
tell
can't
you
hear your own accent.
Mhm.
the first time I was introduced to you by Double D, I was like, oh, is he from the South? And she goes, no, he's from here. He went to school with a bunch of us, so.
Yeah. After high school, I got that comment quite a bit. So I don't know where it comes from, but
I
I'm
love
stuck with
it.
it.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I just wanted to get that out of the way first.
We do need to explain.
Yeah. So our first question that we have.
Probably say age, too.
Yeah, how old are you?
I'm 28. Just turned.
Are you? We didn't celebrate.
Quarantine.
Wrong. Sorry about it.
We'll talk about this later.
Yeah,
Okay.
quarantine. Well, not just. It was in December.
Yeah. I mean, still.
Any hoozle.
Yeah. Okay, so our first question we have is you're actively on dating apps, are you not?
It's a love-hate relationship. We're on it. Yes.
So how do you differentiate hookups versus relationships and what you're looking for in each one of them when you're looking at these profiles?
It just depends. Like, depending on the app,
What apps are you on?
Hinge and Tinder.
Do you not like Bumble?
Bumble can fuck itself.
Bumble
Whoa.
can fuck itself.
Oh.
Thank you,
I-
fuckboy.
I swipe all day on Bumble. Every time I match, no one hits me up.
Mm.
Well, the 24-hour time frame,
That
Yeah.
it's
shit
fucking
is
hard
fucked.
because, like,
Yeah, that's dumb.
some people do it when they're pooping, and maybe you don't poop one day, and then you've lost all those Bumble matches.
Right.
And then it's like, oh, you can pay and get them back. I'm like,
Yep.
for that lackluster, man, no thank you. Absolutely not. I'm not doing that. So
Okay,
sorry.
so Hinge and Tinder
Yeah.
help you differentiate what you're looking for.
Yeah, and then once we meet up, so first date, just
Ciao.
depending on the feel, I'll go with that and be like, yeah, we're just fucking. Or, there might be something there.
Okay.
So what
and
is
So-
that? Like,
Yeah.
what's the criteria they have to meet
And
in
what
order?
do you like look for, like as far as bios and stuff? Like, is something like catching your eye, or is it just like a big pair of titties, or like what are we
Are
searching?
you
What are we
even
searching
reading
for?
the bios?
Yes.
I actually do read the bios.
Good for you.
Ooh,
Good
okay.
for you.
I look into the bios
A
because,
gentleman.
The bar's on
Yeah.
the fucking floor.
Well,
Nobody actually reads our bios. It's so
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, you can't trust pictures nowadays. Sorry about it.
True.
You can't trust them.
True.
Yeah.
And I learned the hard way. I didn't meet up with them, but I was swiping, and it was a transgender. I was like, I can't commit to that. Nothing against them, but
Right.
Of course.
Okay.
it's not my cup of tea.
Okay.
Right.
And so I was like, we're just gonna delete that match, move on to the next, and then from there on, it was reading all the bios.
Gotta read the bios. For sure. Have you been catfished? This is kind of a
Yes.
tangent. Tell me
Yeah.
I feel like only guys seem to get catfished.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't really a catfish. It was who they said they were, but like it was their high school pics they posted, and
That's
this
a catfish.
was
Yeah.
and it was like 4 years after the fact, and 30 pounds later, it was like, whoa.
I
Hey.
honestly wish that I had the balls to do that. To post a 5-year-old picture of
Dude,
myself and be like,
right?
oh, this is still me though. Or like if they call you out, be like, but that's me.
Yeah.
And what they're gonna say? That is you. Like,
True.
Yeah. Like I've even gone on dates and go, really? All right, let's
What do you do in that scenario?
just ride it out, try and get it done with as soon as possible.
Are you still trying to fuck?
No, I'm in and out.
Okay.
Just peace.
I'm
That's
de-
good.
Do you still pay though on the date? Are
Yeah,
you a
yeah.
gentleman? Good for you.
I'm debating. Would you rather have someone straight up be like, listen, I'm not to be rude, but you're not what I thought you would be. Let's end this here. Or like, would you rather them just like obviously be very, very turned off the whole day and be like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and then like you ride it out, but like it's like a waste of your time, obviously.
I think being on the receiving end, you would definitely rather have them ride it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you can
See,
you can kind of like defend their clear disinterest as like, oh, I'm just not comfortable with this person. Maybe that's just like their aura they put off. But if they just straight up tell you like, oh, you look nothing like your photos, and I'm not attracted to what is standing in front of me, then it's like, oh, this doesn't feel good.
I think it might just be me. I think I might just be unhinged. I'd rather just them just be like, nah, sorry.
You're way more.
You have self-confidence, it feels. If you don't have that, it's a little terrifying for
Yeah.
someone to just be like, hey, hard pass.
Yeah.
I'd be like, all right, got it. No disrespect, see ya. Have a good one.
Save me some time on my day.
Exactly. I'd go back to my car and be like,
That's fair.
they'd be like, how was it? I'd be like, it was nothing, but you know what? That's okay.
Oh my god. So do you think that you use Tinder more for hookups, Hinge for relationships?
I mean, honestly, I use both of them just to see what it is.
Right.
Like, there's some girls that obviously 90% of the girls on Tinder are, hey, we match. Here's my OnlyFans. Here's my freaking Snapchat.
No.
Oh.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Women are
People
so
are just
powerful.
promoting.
Yeah.
Oh,
Women
promoting,
are
and
so
then,
powerful.
then they're like, hey, if you want to
We've been doing
meet
this
up.
all wrong.
Oh, yeah.
I'm embarrassed
Yeah.
for all of us.
And then if they're pretty straightforward, they'll go, if you want to meet up, add me on Snapchat, send me a picture, and let's make it work.
I think
let's
even
link up
me
tonight.
and
It's like,
Double
whoa.
B should be on Tinder now and just be
Yeah.
promoting the podcast.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
But listen, if you want to see me, you can listen to my voice instead on our podcast. And people will be like, to my boyfriend, they'll say she's cheating, and I'll say, no, it's just shameless promotion.
No, it's
Yeah.
an
Podcast.
audio nude.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll talk really
Yeah.
seductively
Yeah.
into the mic. So a friend of yours is a professional athlete.
Yeah.
So we want to kind of dive into that a little bit. Do you know of any thirsty DMs that he gets, and like, what is the wildest one you've heard?
There's been some pretty crazy DMs.
I would imagine
like,
so.
There's girls that like Cali, New York, all over Toronto,
Hmm.
and they'll hit them up and be like, "Hey, you trying to fuck? You can fly me out there, and I'm definitely putting out."
Just point
And
blank.
just-
I
Good
will
for
fuck
them.
you.
Yeah.
I know, I
Yeah,
respect
good
that.
for them.
Does
Yeah.
he respond?
Well, not anymore, but he'd respond every now and then. So
Basically, if they were hot, maybe he would
if
have a chance.
if they're banging, yeah.
Okay,
If they're
okay.
like model status, he's like, "Yeah, sign me up."
Would he fly them first class?
No,
Humbling
Ladies,
experience.
you're flying coach.
I'm talking
Take your ass
Spirit
to
Air
the
Line.
back.
Back to the plane.
You actually had to sit under the plane.
Yeah, the seat next to the door. You're in the cargo. You're with the rest of the bags.
You're with the
the
dogs.
dogs.
Yeah.
Got the window seat right in front of the toilet, next to the fat dude. Sorry,
Ooh.
Oh my god.
you're stuck.
Love.
Have anybody DM'd you because you're in contact?
Yeah. So I used to have something on my Instagram bio.
The most iconic thing I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I
either
genuinely
Yeah.
made me
We're
laugh.
friends.
Yeah.
So it used to be, if you're a fan of the major league team and my friend, then please don't follow. I'm not going to follow back.
Right. Don't
Like-
waste my time.
I just don't want the headache because I like following my friends and people I know.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a guy add me.
It was a
I
guy.
Yeah, declined him. And then he sent me a message and he's like, "I don't know why anyone would want to follow you. You're not even famous."
Oh, sir, you stay here.
So it was.
Do you know how to follow people,
What
or
the
are you
fuck?
confused?
It was a week-long
That
battle
makes me so
of
mad.
either going off on him or just saying, fuck it, just delete the message.
Yeah,
I
you
ended up deleting the
responding?
message.
Okay.
Deleted
Good
the
for you.
message, but I wanted to be like, "Excuse me, sir, are you a fucking idiot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know how the internet works?
Yeah.
What the
Like-
fuck?
You popped up on guy that wants to follow you. Oh, hard pass. Don't know you."
Jesus.
He said, hey, just wanted to pop in and say fuck you.
Yeah.
And head out now.
Just
Bye.
wanted to ruin your
Yeah,
day.
exactly.
Has there been any like crazy interactions with the friend of yours, like weird fans in a in-person situation, not over the internet?
So we went to the All-Star game. He flew me and a couple buddies out,
Hmm.
and it was one of the coolest experience. That and World Series, cool experience. If you haven't done it, try it out.
Yep.
Noted.
Yeah, I'll get on it.
Yeah, just saying, it's a good time. But we were coming back from dinner after the home run derby, I believe it was, and all these kids, parents, just in front of the hotel for blocks, like hundreds and thousands of people. And we're walking back. It's me and my friends and a couple other people. We walk toward this big ass group because we gotta go through the middle of them. And this kid reaches out, "Hey, can you sign my ball? Can you sign my ball?" My buddy's like, "Yeah, sure, of course." And then we start getting to the adults, and so I just start like, "Hey, clear the lane, get out. No autographs, get out of the way."
Security.
Yeah, I was top flight security in the world. Okay? And then he ended up stopping to sign one more ball for a little kid, got swarmed because he stopped walking. And then I had to push a bunch of people out of the way. And someone almost threw a punch at me, which could have turned all bad, but we got him out of there. We ran into the hotel. And that was probably the craziest in-person experience. but,
Right.
Great way to get an
Mhm.
autograph.
Yeah.
Threaten to punch his friends in the face.
Yeah.
I
But
don't get you a signature on a restraining order.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, but so my buddy played for the same baseball program I grew up playing in, And so he gave me his old jersey from the program, and it had his
Cute.
last name on the back. And I went to a baseball tournament coaching my little kids, and this kid comes up and he's like, "Are you related to him?" I was like, "No." "Related to who?" It's like, "Oh, you know, that guy." I was like, "What guy?" I'm pretty sure he plays a professional sport. "What, soccer?" "Nah, never mind. I'm sorry."
You asshole. You know exactly what he's talking
Oh, yeah.
about.
So when he turns around, takes a couple steps, I'm like, "Hey, man, I'm just kidding. I'm one of his buddies." He's like, "What? That's so cool. Can I get an autograph?" So at the end of their game, him and his whole team came over asking for autographs. So I autographed my name on all their bats, balls, gloves, whatever.
Wow,
That
good
was-
for you.
That was pretty funny.
That's so cute.
That's good for you. The real question that we all want to know is, do you name drop your friend to get women, restaurant reservations, anything?
Not even do you, have you? Be
No.
honest.
Never?
On my grandma, never.
That's big.
What?
I mean, that's big.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
would.
gonna lie, I
Yeah.
would shamelessly use
Oh,
any
for
one
sure.
of my friends that was famous for a plug, any here and
Yeah.
there to get like PR, anything.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, we're going to get down to the nitty gritty, the good stuff that everyone wants to hear about. We're going to talk about dating app culture.
Ciao.
Love it.
Would you be willing to pull up your Tinder and Hinge right now for us
Hand it
to-
over to LB,
Yeah.
baby. Already.
Well, we got one situation I could pull up if LD wants to read that.
I would be honored to narrate this.
I think you know what I'm talking about, LD.
I absolutely know what you're talking about, and I'm thrilled.
So this is someone you met off of which app?
Now, let's give a little backstory.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we're not going to dive too far into it, but just what you shouldn't do to grab a man's attention.
All right.
I mean, I wouldn't say that. I definitely grab people's attention the wrong way.
Yes.
You want me to go through the whole backstory?
No, we're not gonna put this girl on blast.
Just,
What?
how did you meet her?
Yeah.
Okay.
And when did the tides turn to her becoming somebody you clearly were not going to fall in love with?
So it was very clear to me on the first date that it was probably just one of them things that's going to be hit it for a little bit, quit it, and it's there if I need it.
And why? How did you know?
Well, after our date, we ended up going back to her place,
Ciao.
and we were both pretty fucked up, and I ended up going to the bathroom, puked, and she still hooked up with me.
But did you brush your teeth? And I know the answer, so don't lie.
I rinsed my mouth out. I did not brush my teeth.
With mouthwash or water?
She didn't have mouthwash.
Okay, so
Water.
tasteless water.
Yeah.
Was she
Just
aware
slosh
that?
the
Was
puke
she
around.
aware that you vomited? Is my
You know, I
question.
was in there for a while,
She
so
fucking
I
had to have been.
Like,
I
she
mean,
heard the.
she had to
like
hear it.
the-
She lived in a studio apartment, so she had to hear it. Like,
So the
Cause she-
echoes were there.
yeah,
She did
like,
hear it hitting the bowl.
yeah, I'm not
Okay.
quiet when it comes to that. Like, it's loud. There's no way she's
I feel
like.
that, yeah.
But you know what?
But
She
she was
said, "I'm
also
getting some
black.
D. Let's go."
She was also blacked. And then the next morning, once I remembered everything, I was like, oof. Yeah. This
So
is
what have
probably
we
not
learned
wifey.
from that situation?
You know, if that happens, you know, we're
What
just
are-
gonna
What
chalk
are
it
we
up
gonna
as
do?
loss.
No.
Okay,
move
but
on.
is there a scenario where, like, date goes super well, you go back to their place? Because people can fuck on the first date and still have a serious relationship.
Yeah.
Right.
So, like, was it the puke? Or was it the overall vibe of the date? Because
It-
I would like to think that I could go out with a guy and be like, honestly, I just need to fucking get laid.
Yeah.
Go to his place. He vomits. I'm like, wow, yikes, what? But like,
But I'm
still getting
mommy
laid.
still needs to get laid. And then we could still fall in love one day.
Yeah.
Do you think so?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, no, the whole aura of the date was like she was trying to force everything.
Ugh.
And then I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, you know, this ain't my cup of tea, but I feel like she's going to put out real quick, so
Such a gentleman.
we'll stay with it. You
This
should've
is
seen-
why you're the fuck boy.
You should have seen what she was sending me on Snapchat prior.
Before you even met.
Yeah, like,
Okay, this is something to bookmark, ladies.
Yes.
So
This is what
we
you
don't
don't
send
do.
nudes before we meet? Question mark.
so they were just bra and panty pics, but
Ciao.
her sexting was real aggressive. Real aggressive.
Before you even met.
Before we met. And I was like, if we get along, that's fine, great. But don't go guns a-blazing out the gate. That's something we don't do.
I think, I don't know.
Also,
I
just
think
like-
you shouldn't sext until you sex.
I was just gonna
Yeah.
It's
also
my thing.
for your own personal like safety, you also should only send provocative pics to someone that you trust or like you know what I
Right.
mean,
Or
not
like
someone
you
haven't
can
met.
blackmail them back.
Mhm.
Exactly.
At least.
Say pic for pic.
Yup.
Then we can
Yes.
go about it.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, so like sexual aggression, probably not the move if you're looking for
Yeah.
your
Your Prince
Charming.
Charming.
Tell you what, Tinder's a hell of a place. I had a chick, the first match I ever had on Tinder. She messaged me first, actually, and she goes, what'd she say? She said, my panties are soaked. They're in my mouth. You want to see?
What?
I mean,
Yeah.
Um,
And
can
I was
call
like-
it a response?
I was like, yeah,
Are you
I'm
a
not
kidnapped
responding.
victim? Oh my god.
Oh
I
my
was like,
goodness.
ooh, that first message, can't do it.
That's like her ransom note. She's like, I'm so
Yeah, that's what we wanted to ask. So from somebody that's both looking for just a hookup or a relationship, you're down for either one. Like, what are the do's and don'ts when it comes to profiles, messaging, first dates, all of that stuff for you?
So what I look for is an actual full body shot.
Mhm.
See if you're my type
Mm-hmm.
physically, and then if we're messaging and we vibe really well, I'm all about it. That's something I'll take on a couple dates and see what happens.
Okay.
But if it's just a couple messages and then you're boom, hey, let's fuck, let's meet up. It's like, all right, that's just a hookup.
Okay.
Like, I like to take it slow for the most part, depending on how the vibe goes on
Okay.
the date. But
So, as a single female out here on the battlegrounds of the apps, my personal situation is that, like, especially if a dude in his profile, I want your opinion on this, if in his profile he mentions, like, cuddling, that to me is a fucking red flag. I'm like, that's weird as fuck.
That's
You
he's gonna
don't know
choke
these
me in my
girls.
sleep.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
that's weird.
Like, he likes to cuddle, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, or like something like if one of the prompts is like a non-negotiable, and then his thing is like, I'm always big spoon. I'm like, why are you even jumping to that point? That's fucking weird. As a male on the apps, does that feel weird, or are you like, well, I don't know.
no, I would never post that.
Okay, right?
I'm like,
Good.
if you're gonna sit there and tell them all your do's and don'ts, what's the point of even matching
Yeah.
with that? It's
Like, what do we learn about
you
each
told
other?
me everything about you. What's the point?
Okay.
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 As a dude, like most girls, they
Yes.
do that, and it's like, all right, cool, yeah, that's a vibe,
Right.
match. But when it comes to dudes, putting that on their profiles, like, nah,
That's
next.
an overshare. Okay.
Next.
LD, what are we finding?
I
She's looking through Fuckboy's Snapchat saved chats.
so I do have a very prominent excerpt that I did find. And it really just affected me like no other. So I would just like, it's just like a little tiny
And this is what
this is just a little sneak peek.
and this is what we're talking about with the aggression.
Yes, this
which
is
is
a
too
very
much.
aggressive. I don't know the timeline of. Oh, yo, this timestamp.
Oh.
I'm gonna say threesome. Okay. Okay. Very clear. This is not a message that I've sent. This is a message
To
from.
say this is a dramatic reading from
Yeah,
LD.
This is just my narration of
Yes.
these events unfolding. Okay, so the woman that Fuckboy is texting said, "You just like making me beg for your thick cock, stretching my holes. Well, it feels so degrading, so I love it too." And this is no responses in between. This is just her again.
Okay.
Having to beg daddy to use me as his own personal cum dumpster really reminds me of what my place is and where I belong, smirky face. God, I'm so fucking horny, daddy. Period. There was no response until the next day, to which Fuckboy said, "Ha ha, calm yourself, woman." LOL, what? I'm horny. He said, I know you are. Ha ha.
So
Classic.
if you are getting nothing in response when you're sexting and they reply with haha, okay, or
If you say "come dumpster daddy" and they say "haha" in any capacity, you're done. Tap out, lady.
yeah, you need to tap out
Fucking
and have
block him,
some.
You're done.
Yeah, you need to have some self-respect and move on to somebody that enjoys something like that. Because there are people out there. This
No.
just isn't the one
Someone's
for
gonna
you.
reply
Oh,
with
no.
"come dumpster."
Oh no, her little Bitmojis keeps popping up. She sees I'm scrolling.
I don't want to gaslight this woman anymore, but she does need to find somebody different.
Yeah, it's just a matter of taste.
Yes.
I'm sure there are a lot of guys who are into that.
Yes.
Just
I
maybe
have
don't start off your date and
two-
try to because that could intimidate someone
Right.
from going out with you.
Right.
And I am gonna pass the phone back because I'm scared of what else I might find.
Yeah.
I have 2 questions for Fuckboy.
What's up?
First one has to do with this Snapchat queen among peasants. She just hasn't
Absolutely.
found her king yet.
Yeah.
She should write like an erotic novel. I feel.
Yeah.
Probably not, but
I feel like we do that with
she
the
could try.
Snapchats I've saved.
You could honestly gather
If we
that and
give her a
self-publish.
percentage, I'd be down.
You could
Yeah.
self-publish that.
Yeah.
The love
Okay.
story of Fuckboy and Fuckholes.
My question for Fuckboy: why are you still replying after 2+ years? 1+ year, 2 years.
Oh yes,
It's
this
been
has been
two.
an ongoing thing.
It's
This
like
has been
it's like
an
1.5.
ongoing
Okay, over a year, you're
there's-
sitting
there
here
was a
talking
big
shit,
gap.
but you're still replying.
No, there's been a big gap. There was a big gap,
Mhm.
and then I hit a slump. So we hit her back up. That's on me. That's my bad. But
So let's just
it's
say
it's entertaining to me.
Does it
still.
stroke your ego?
I mean,
it has to.
it tickles
Yeah.
my fancy.
I will
Yeah.
say, while we are respectfully giving constructive criticism to this woman, he is responding.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
really,
I'm partially to blame.
I
Really,
would
I'll
say
take
you're
it.
we say?
75%.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Anything over like a month or so, you are to blame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
And this has been the texts are as soon as yesterday, or as recent as yesterday, and as far back as
Like 2019.
Okay, yeah. So
Okay.
That was
So
a fun
you
summer.
still reply because you're bored, strokes your ego.
Yep.
What the fuck else? Okay. My other question is I know for a fact that circa summer 2020, you
Mhm.
were in what looked like a quasi-serious relationship.
Yeah.
But you were still reaching out to either this fuckles girl or an ex. What is the point of that?
So
Was that relationship not fulfilling you?
no. So what that was, I already told Fuckholes, peace.
this is also
Like-
a nickname.
Respectively,
This
okay.
is a nickname that she gave herself just for a little background.
Yeah.
She
Yes.
referred
Yeah.
to herself as
Context.
fuckholes, as
Yeah.
in butthole and that.
So this was the time period that you took the break from that female.
So me and Fuckles talked for probably 6-7 months, and then took probably a 5-month break,
Okay.
and then she popped back up, and then it's kind of been an on and off type of deal. But with this relationship that I saw blossoming,
Mm-hmm.
um,
But you didn't want to water it.
yeah, I don't like flowers. My bad.
Okay.
But, but I told Fuckholes peace, and I had this other chick that I didn't talk to for 5 months, so it was like out of the back of my head, forgot
Mhm.
about it. And then I put my relationship status as taken, and she blew up, and I totally forgot about it. And she blew up on the chick like, oh, this dude was calling me baby the other day. I was like, I haven't even talked to you in 5 months.
So you're
You,
saying
you
this girl was
genuinely
just a
haven't. You
liar.
genuinely had not talked to her
No.
that long. Okay.
No, have not talked to her in 5 months. We haven't had a conversation. There was probably, in that 5 months, she probably sent me 2 Snapchats.
Mhm.
Of course, they were nudes. And then,
Of course.
and then,
Small
and then
flex.
there was nothing. There was nothing. And so it was
Okay.
like, all right, whatever. And then probably at the end of those 5 months, probably around 2 months or whatever, started talking to this chick. And then once me and her started hanging out, kicking it, whatever, I thought it was getting pretty serious. Was going to take her to her friend's barbecue, and that's when everything blew up, was that night when I was at
And that
her
friend's
house.
barbecue is
Double D's
me.
home.
Yeah.
We were expecting Fuckboy to walk through the gates with
his bride.
Yeah.
because he was in a relationship that lasted 12 hours and he showed up single.
Okay, chill. It was 2 weeks. It was Facebook 12 hours. Facebook official 12 hours.
Yeah.
Suck it. All right. Don't give me that bull.
Okay, so
But-
you placed
It was kind
all
of
the blame
iconic.
on the other girl who you had left in the dust,
Yeah,
but she came back.
Did you try to fight for this?
I did. So when it popped up, when everything happened, I told her that's 100% on me. I haven't talked to seen this chick in 5 months, and I totally forgot about her. Like, I was just so pumped up about this new relationship, totally forgot about her, and that's on me.
So you took the blame in the sense that you were like, I should have vocalized the end point
Yeah.
of that, and I
Yeah.
didn't.
Good for you.
But we still talk. We're still friends.
Are you trying to get her back?
We're building the friendship first, and then see
Queen,
where
if
it
you're
goes.
listening.
Yep.
All he wants is another chance. That was the
Mary,
whole point of
Yeah.
this interview.
Just hyping you up the whole
Yeah.
episode.
But she's actually going to be moving to Oregon for a job, and then we're still going to be friends and work on being friends, whatever, and see where it goes. But
And she has a job, already a winner in my
Yeah.
eyes. Let's go.
yeah, so I mean, if it works out, it works out. If not, cool, we're friends.
Good. Good
So.
for you. Way to have a positive attitude.
Yeah.
Fuckboy, we have talked about butt stuff on our podcast before.
Love
Butt
it.
stuff, you say?
Yep.
Say
And
that.
we want to
Just
know
chime back in.
we want to know your take on butt stuff on
As
a
a-
female and then with you as well.
A giver and a taker.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you right now, real men eat ass. All right.
Yes, they do! I fucking stand!
DJ's very,
DJ
very
has
happy.
sponsored this fucking announcement.
Real men eat ass. All right. But my one bugaboo. If you try to stick anything up my butt or try to eat my ass, I might accidentally smack you in the face. That's just,
Is it a bugaboo or is it a fear?
it's a little bit of both.
Yeah,
I'll
what's
be
the
honest.
question?
So you'd never get pegged.
Fuck no.
Okay.
Well, you don't start with pegging.
You start with a little
No.
You do a
tickle.
little tape push.
Yeah.
A little what?
I hate that. Why would you phrase that? A taint push. Is that what you said?
Has no one just lightly pressed on your taint
No.
during a blowy?
No.
Well,
I'm
that's
like-
why you're so against butt stuff.
You know, I think it's, yeah, I'm not going to get that deep into it, but,
I feel like
But
it's
you're
very,
a giver.
I'm definitely a giver.
I feel like it's very much a love or hate.
Yeah.
If you've tried, like, if
Would you be
tried it,
open
either
to the
love or
idea
hate
for
it.
the right girl?
No.
Like if she was super into it and she was like, "Hey, I don't need to peg you, but like, let me slip my
Just-
pinky
yeah.
finger in your butthole."
Nope.
You wouldn't let
Why?
her try it.
This
Nope.
just tells me you haven't been in love before.
If you love someone, you're letting them stick their finger up your ass.
You're
don't
being
think-
penetrated.
Yeah.
No, see, that's weakness. Don't do it. Don't do it, fellas. Don't
Yeah.
get
DJ, what do
penetrated.
you have to say about that? Because I know you have strong
I
opinions
have so
about
many
this.
strong opinions about butt stuff. I would flip it and say you're the weak person,
Yeah,
and you
so
could
be
be.
it.
You're just missing out on a lot of pleasure, and that's
Yeah,
okay.
it's
But
gonna
I
be
want
hard,
our
guys.
listeners to know that we are not co-signing this.
No.
Men
no,
who
no.
like ass play are not weak. You're strong.
You're
And
strong.
I'm
You're
here for
stronger
you.
You're
than
strong, fellas.
You're stronger in my eyes.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If you're like in touch with like your masculine, you don't care. Like that's just who
It's
cares?
just a
It doesn't
fucking
matter.
G-spot.
Exactly.
It's literally like
That's the funny thing.
Yeah,
is
you're
I-
missing
do it.
out,
Men are
fuckboy.
so in denial. That's like a spa
Can't
of
do it.
pleasure on your body, and they're like, no, it's gay. The only thing that's gay is if you like dick. That's it. Like
if you
you're
want
a
a
guy
dick in your
and you're-
mouth, dude, you might be. Gay.
Yeah, you might. Yeah.
Question.
Besides that, you're not
If a dude takes a dildo in the ass, gay or straight?
Straight.
straight.
Well, unless he
eh.
wants to blow a real live dick,
Yeah.
then he's probably gay.
Or a man is the one putting a dildo in his ass, maybe.
Maybe, or you're a trucker, and we don't have
And we
anything
don't- yeah.
against you. You're just on the road a lot. It's fine. But if you can appreciate your G spot and you're like biological anatomy, that doesn't mean you're gay. That just means you understand your body.
Exactly.
Hey, different strokes for different folks, I guess.
And that's
but,
true, too.
I mean,
If you don't
different
like
tape
it,
pressures, yeah.
if you don't like it, that's one thing. But just try it out if you
Don't
want.
knock it till you try it is
Yeah.
my thing with almost everything that won't kill you.
Yeah.
Fair.
I mean, we have a friend that likes to take it in the ass from a girlfriend or someone he's hooking up with. Is he gay?
Say that again? Sorry.
Said, we mutually know someone who likes ass play, and from his girlfriend or a girl that he's hooking up with, is he gay?
I'm going to say it like this. He's not taking dildos or strap-ons or anything like that up the ass.
Mhm.
Might be a finger, might be a marker. Who knows? Who's to say? But no,
A
whatever.
marker.
But
I know.
that's what he likes. That's on him.
Well, he just
Oh.
likes an orgasm.
Yeah.
And a finger can't reach his prostate G-spot. So why is he gay?
I'm not saying he's gay or straight. I'm just saying strap-on, dildo, if you're taking it like that,
Then you like having an orgasm.
Yeah.
I'm still out on it.
We
But-
still won't co-sign it, but
No.
Yeah.
we understand your position,
Yeah.
Thank you.
where we stand.
That's fine. I mean, different strokes for different folks, whatever you said before.
Yeah.
But you are pro ass play, anal, all
Yeah.
that shit
On the
a
giving
girl.
end.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'm also on the end of I don't do ass play with every female because
Interesting.
there's some females that are just just downright dirtier in certain areas.
You're kissing
Demo.
after you puke. You probably don't want to go into their butt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
We
fair.
get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get
I mean-
that.
I do have a question. This might be TMI.
Yeah.
We can cut this if we need. Do you notice asshole hair?
Definitely.
Is it a turnoff?
That was a big revelation for DJ over there. Fear.
I mean, I figured.
Is it a
like-
turnoff?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, if
little
it's a
bit.
bush, I feel like.
I mean, if
I know,
it-
but
if
if
they're
a few
like,
stragglers,
I mean,
what's a girl to do,
It's
you
like,
know?
I
What's a girl to do? I can
clearly
see.
tried my best. You can see
Yeah.
a razor cut a quarter of a centimeter to the right.
yeah.
Are you gonna get mad at that
No.
one hair?
if you
No.
can see effort was made, if you can see a little, it's like a badly mowed lawn, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe
Then are you gonna?
it was
Are you
just
gonna judge?
There's no forest on my gooch. It's just you get to the anus and you're like, huh, there's a little something going on here.
I mean, it's a difficult spot to get to. I get it. All right, but we're
Do
not gonna judge.
Are you do you think that guys need to be well maintained in their ass whether they're taking it or not?
Ooh, that's a good
Ooh.
question.
Because I think so, and I'm gay.
Just in the
so.
ass. But you're asking just in the ass.
Well, manicured.
Manscaped.
Yes, manscaped
Okay.
everywhere, but
So-
specifically, I have met guys before that have hair coming out of their ass cheeks, that they've never touched scissor, razor,
Yeah.
nothing.
So if it's like full on bush,
Hmm.
trim that shit up. Trim that shit up.
Okay.
But yeah, that's all I gotta say. In the front, fucking make sure that shit's bald. It's 2021. Let's go. Take
Are
care of
you like
yourself.
that for a girl too?
No. I mean, do I like the hardwoods? Yes. Love the hardwoods. But if you go a couple weeks without, whatever. But if it's a
You-
full,
A couple of weeks is a lot.
it is a lot. But if it's like she's been growing it out for
Well,
a
she's
couple
gonna
years,
get sugared. Like, what are you to do?
Yeah.
But if it's a couple of years.
if
that's
if
just
it's like a
lifestyle.
full on bush, I'm like, who told you that was hot? It's
Yeah.
not. I mean,
No
I get-
70s bush for you?
Nah,
So
that's
you
where
like
I'm out.
hardwoods?
Love
Do
hardwoods.
you have hardwoods?
Yeah.
Always, or just like
I mean,
impending date? We're gonna polish the carpet.
we polish up the hardwoods. I mean, it's not one of them things where it's like, yeah, every week I'm cleaning up. It's
Fair enough. It's not part
it's
of your
like, oh, shit.
routine.
I need to clean it up. All right, here you go.
Okay.
Okay.
I do understand the bush thing just in terms of if you're going down on someone. It's a lot. You gotta weed whack a lot of shit to get to the area. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's
I love
that's
bush.
just one.
What?
On a man?
Yes.
Really?
Really?
I don't
You like to
understand
give
hardwoods.
blowies. You like to give blowies with like a
You
Yeah,
like
little bush
it's
coming.
back at the base.
No,
it's
I
not
know.
out in your
No, I
fucking
know.
atmosphere.
That would be something, though. Wow.
I mean,
that would be a lot.
Would be we should go to
Different
the
story. Yeah, that's a different story.
But yeah,
Interesting.
I don't really understand the hardwoods because that to me is like prepubescent. And
Love
I'm
a good
what?
hardwood.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Mm.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I used to be against shaving whatever because the only thing I had at the time was scissors. I was like, that shit sucks. Try and get that shit to be fucking decent.
That's a
Yeah.
very intricate procedure.
I mean, I'm not trying to snip anything down there. Fuck all that. I'll bleed out. Parents find me in the bathroom fucking bleeding from the
Wait,
sack.
on a date tonight.
Oh.
What a horror story.
Oh. Yeah,
Oh
that's
God.
my worst nightmare. Come on. But, I mean, I did have my first girlfriend ever. Bless her heart. She,
How
She-
Even has this southern
Yep.
term.
Yep.
My
Bless
bad.
her heart.
but,
How old
so,
were you?
she was my first girlfriend I ever did anything with.
Okay.
We were 15.
Got it. Okay.
Yep. And then she had the full bush, and I was just, the whole time I'm like, look, you should probably cut that. And she's like, you don't do it. I was like, well, yeah, I only have scissors. I'm not, I can't go,
You say, can I borrow a razor?
I'm like, I'm still
Did you
gonna
not
do it
shave
with
your
it.
face?
I didn't grow facial hair until I was in college.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah,
Wow.
and then it was, the only thing I grew was the soul patch. It was,
Like you're rocking right now? Or no.
This is the goatee.
Yeah,
But
okay.
it was just the landing strip from the middle of the lip down to the chin.
Oh my god.
It was
You
broke.
look like, what's the chef that had that? Or the,
I know who you're talking about. I know who you're
oh
talking
my
about.
god.
That's going to bother me.
Yep. Guy Fieri.
Yeah, I was literally
Guy
just
yeah,
gonna say,
Fieri.
yeah, exactly.
Wow.
classy.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, so I didn't grow any facial hair till college, and then, but she went down on me and I had a bush.
Hmm But did
And
you at least like try and trim it up a bit?
I trimmed it up like as much as I
As far as
could.
scissors
Yeah.
can get you.
As much stress as I had in myself is where it would go.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was just one of them things where she went down on me, we go back to kissing, and I'm just like, yeah.
You're pulling
it
a
out.
few stragglers out of
Yeah.
your mouth.
And I was like, that's going to be a hard pass. Look, I ain't about that. We're going to have to find something else. Figure this out.
I really can't with you.
So, that brings me to a question, actually. So, when you're just hooking up with a girl casually, like not your girlfriend, do you go down on them every time? Like, if they're giving you a blowjob, are you gonna go down on them?
And do you prefer a blowjob every time you hook up? Or is that just like a special...
I love blowjobs.
Well, I'm sure you
I have
love
a-
them,
I
but
have
yeah.
a blowjob question at some point.
But I don't go down on every single girl. Just depends on how everything leads up to that point.
Okay.
How about if she says, "Can I perchance get a little action down? Are you doing it, or are you like, no?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
But I'm also a guy that loves going down on females too.
Good
so-
for
Okay,
you.
good, yep.
Okay. Good
That's
for you.
important.
We
Yeah.
endorse that message,
Yeah.
folks. That's
Yeah.
a message we do endorse.
That is important because there are people in the world that don't like to do it and it's
Yeah.
upsetting. So.
Yeah. What was your blowjob question, DJ?
I came up with a different question and subsequently forgot that question. So, you haven't made the decision to go down on a girl yet, but you're in the throes of hooking up. She does that douchebag move that guys did in high school where she just presses the top of your head to like push you down. Are you feeling degraded at any point? Or are you just like, I'm going to react to this. Either I do it for her, I don't. And you don't kind of like analyze that
So-
as like, oh, she's a bitch.
So, I mean, that really doesn't matter to me. It just depends on how everything's going
Okay.
to that.
Like
It's
if you're
in the
vibing
moment
with
kind of
it
deal.
or
Yeah.
not. Okay.
So,
You would never feel dehumanized.
No.
The classic move.
LD, do you know what I'm talking
Yes,
about?
and or the
It was
classic,
in high school, and you
Yeah.
were like, "Well, I barely got my driver's license."
or the classic like moving of your hand. I'm like, no, I actually know where my hand is. I don't need you to show me your dick. I know where
I
my
have
hand is.
control of my
Yes,
hands.
exactly.
I know where I
Those
want.
are all great moves.
I do have motor skills. I know how to move my hand if I need to.
Just,
It's
just trying
okay.
to speed up the process is all that is.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then you move it right on back to their leg. You say, "Oh, I know it's there. Thank you."
thank you so much.
Yeah.
Are
That
you
is
an
fuck.
ass man or a tits man?
I'm a little bit of both, but I tend to go for more tits. So,
Interesting.
That's surprising.
That's a very
I feel like this
surprising,
is
yeah.
like the year of the ass, which is so sad for me,
I was gonna say, I don't
given
think
that I have
so.
somewhat of a Hank Hill build. But
Oh my
yeah, if you don't know that, just quick Google image search that one. So that is a positive for me as
Yeah.
far as the chest area. But anyway, yeah, I feel like it's mostly. I mean, it's very bad.
Yeah.
I feel like it used to be more boobs. Now it's like more ass.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
all personal preference regardless.
Yeah,
that's
but,
true.
yeah.
and I'm a boob guy in the sense of you don't have to have huge tits. You could have small tits too. I just love playing with tits.
Interesting.
So
That's good for the small,
That is.
small-chested women out
With the
there.
itty bitty titty committee.
I'll
We
tell
love
my
that.
committee.
big fan, big fan.
Really?
We all
Okay.
should be.
I want to ask you about threesome culture because we talked about that last episode. DJ is actively looking for a threesome couple.
Always.
Would you participate? That's going to be my first question. Would you participate in a threesome? I think I know your answer, but
Depending on the threesome.
I'm gonna
yes.
guess
You
it's
would say
only
with
if
two
it's
girls,
girls.
yes.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry about it.
I feel like
You-
that's a common thing for guys.
Yeah.
Though, is that they're like, I'm totally down to have a threesome if it's you and another hot girl, and it's like, oh,
is that
okay.
you, fuckboy?
I mean, yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't
okay.
hide it.
Yeah.
I just saw this TikTok and this girl was like, it was like, babe, come on, let's have a threesome. She goes, okay, then call up your friend. She's like, the cute one that you know that I fuck with. Let's go, let's have one.
Oh my god.
Freaking fun fact. When I was in college, the girl I was seeing was actively trying to get me and my dad to fuck her.
Excuse
Oh,
me.
I'm sorry. I think I zoned out for a hot sec. Repeat on?
Yeah.
So I was dating this chick in college.
How old are you? Are
I
you
was-
21?
I was 19, 20,
Jeez.
somewhere in
Okay.
there. Yeah, forever ago. Chick was a good time. She was cool to hang with.
Were you
Little crazy.
you were dating her though?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And we met previously in the summer. I thought she was cute, whatever. And then I was like, ah, shit. Didn't get her number. That's on me. My bad.
Mhm.
And then we
That's
met.
on me. Yep.
Yeah. And then freaking we ended up going to the same college.
Okay.
And so we hooked up. And it happened to be my returning shortstop's ex-girlfriend that I was bragging about at practice to his face. And so the
This
next
is your
party,
teammate's ex.
yeah.
Okay.
And so the next party he comes through, sees me hanging with her, and then from then on, he was giving me all attitude, 24/7, hated my guts. I was like, ah, shit. But from the start, she's like, yeah, your dad's fucking hot. And I was like, I would prefer if you don't say that.
That is quite an odd thing to say to a boyfriend. Maybe.
Well, it's.
No, I don't think it is.
I was
I
gonna say.
think if you put it out there, you see what happens. More respect to her.
Yeah, but if it's like a every other day comment,
You get to make
yeah.
one comment, and then
You
you
get
see
one
how your
pass.
boyfriend
Yeah.
You
feels
get one
about it.
pass. Okay.
It's like if you say it every now and then, like once every couple months, it's like, all right, yeah.
She's like,
Shut
just a
up.
reminder, your dad is
Whatever.
very sexy. So.
It's funny at the holiday party
Yeah.
once a year. It's funny.
Yeah.
Did
But
you
if it's
tell
every
your
time
dad?
She sees him.
Yeah, so I told my dad, I'm like, Dad, if she makes a pass at you,
Stop.
all right.
You didn't even trust her.
No, I go, Dad, if she makes a pass at you, because my dad was recently divorced and
He's
single.
probably
On the
gonna
prowl
accept
for
it.
some
And
honeys.
my dad's something else. He's a player and good guy, great guy. But
Well,
I
we'll
mean-
steal your girl.
he rarely says no when it comes to hooking up with a female. But
Even
Now-
their son's girlfriend.
yeah.
Hot
So
take.
I told him, I'm like, Dad, if she makes a pass at you and I find out that you capitalize on it, I will shoot you in both kneecaps and leave you in a wheelchair and all. And he's like, duly noted. All right, yeah, trust you. I was
Classic
like,
family
Yeah.
communication.
cool. Me and my family are a little different, so
That's just
That's
such a
pretty
bold
close.
move
it is. And
to do.
Did she ever hit on your dad then, like to his face?
not to his face, but she'd be like, you know what would really get me off tonight? I'm like, what's that? If you and your, I'm like, nope,
Your dad.
stop.
Oh my
Stop.
god.
Wait, was this
I love her.
Was this in the midst of like you guys were about to fuck, and she's like, you know what, even
No.
rev me up more?
This
Your dad.
This was just like we were walking around school campus, just bullshitting, and then like after a while, like after I heard it for the 100th time, I was like, you know what would be really hot?
If you shut
you-
the fuck up about my dad.
I was like, no, if you, me, and your mom hooked up. Ew, that's gross. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh,
That's fair.
God.
Yeah, it's-
And she just didn't. She was like, no. Still went with it. I was like,
Don't
all
get
right,
it.
whatever.
At that point, it almost becomes like a roast. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay,
Yeah.
then date my fucking dad. I don't know what else to say.
Talking about, since you brought up moms and older women,
Mhm.
Oh,
you
yeah.
have had a past of going after moms.
Bit
of
What
a-
is
bit
that
of a
about?
MILF fanatic.
Yeah,
Oh.
what is that
I
about?
didn't know
Love it.
this.
Yeah, me and the single moms.
You vibe. I
Oh,
get it.
Atlanta.
Is this?
Love it.
Does this come from you coaching youth sports,
I mean,
and then you're just kind of like drowning in it,
no.
or did you?
And they're like, wow,
Did you
he's
know
so
your
good with my
dad?
son. Let's fuck.
no.
Or were you about this beforehand?
It was always that taboo of, oh, MILF, 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 it's hot, whatever. Because me and my family,
Boys
we talk
think it's
about
hot,
it
yeah.
24/7.
Okay.
And you always had that song, Stacy's Mom. So you're like, Stacy's mom.
A
is
vibe, yeah.
fucking-
A vibe.
I'm in a bit of an American Pie situation.
Yeah,
I understand.
exactly. And so, I mean, I feel like the MILF train was something that started a couple years ago for me, and it's just been hot. So,
Who's the oldest woman you've ever hooked up with?
The age gap.
Yeah.
Though.
I think the
Both, I guess.
age gap was 2 to 3 years older than me.
That's it?
That's it. It's never been anything big. What?
Oh,
We're actually getting the audience to speak up that you're a fucking liar.
Oh! Oh!
we have a
Bullshit.
lifelong audience friend in the
Audience?
Saying
Refresh my
no.
memory.
Yeah, what is it?
That bitch that was fucking right in your face and you went down on her when you were at the fucking your friend's house in the living room.
We are gonna count oral sex on the age gap. Does
Yeah.
your answer change?
He's like, oh, then it's 30 years.
I said I'm gonna fuck your face right now.
I don't think it's been anything over 3 years.
I'm gonna go bullshit.
How old do you think
what,
it is?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 40s.
No, I've never been with anyone in their 40s, unfortunately.
Love you.
Late
I
30s?
feel
30s? No. Because I was younger and they were like
Late 20s.
just before 30s. Yeah, late 20s.
Oh.
Who's the
But-
lady? Excuse me. Sorry. Who's the lady that would come over and clean your house?
Oh my
Oh.
god.
No, that chick's younger. That chick's younger, and she's engaged now, unfortunately. But she still hits me up from time to time, saying she misses me. So
Settle flex.
what?
She does
Oh,
miss
my
me and my
goodness.
dick, but
Yeah.
okay. Wait, so how she wasn't older than she was the same age as you, or was younger?
She was younger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then something I learned with the single moms. Breast
They're
milk
all looking for oh no.
is
Oh,
good.
Shut up.
It's good.
I actually just threw up
Wait,
in
what
my
did you
mouth.
just say?
Breast milk, titty milk is good.
Is this during sex? That
I really want to
Sir.
kick you off this podcast
I'm
right
actually
now.
gonna kick you out
Yeah.
the fucking house. What the fuck?
Have you guys seen the show Working Moms?
Yes,
There is an episode
yes.
where they talk
It's-
about
Oh
It's-
my
If it's
god.
like your wife and she's backed up
Yeah.
and she's in pain, of course you're gonna suck on her titty until the fucking milk flows. But
Yeah.
you were just getting smashed.
No. So it was one of the things I was just sucking on her titty. I was like, whoa. You still got titty?
You're
Bet.
lactating.
Yeah. I was like, all right. It wasn't one of them things where I was just, all right, yeah, let me get a whole bottle. We're kidding. Like,
So it was a bit of a little
no,
surprise.
it was more of a surprise.
Surprise and delight.
Formula.
Yeah.
She doesn't rock you to bed like a baby.
No. No, I'm not about that life.
I have seen an
Mother,
American
son,
Horror
king.
Story episode about how there are certain guys that will go for prostitutes that have just given birth
Really?
for that specific reason,
Oh, is
for
that the-
breast milk.
What season is it? The
It's like
kid who's like
3.
unhinged.
Yes.
Yep.
I
Mhm.
think
Really?
3. Is that you?
No.
Is that you?
Like, I don't go searching for females that
What's
just
that,
had
a
a fresh
Craigslist
baby
ad?
and still got all their titty milk. No.
Be like, must be
How
lactating.
old was this baby when you hooked up with the mom? And how many moms have you had breast milk from? Is the real question. More
Does
than
that
one?
change your
Yeah.
your bone structure? I don't
Oh.
understand.
You could just get
Calcium.
max nutrients. You bulk up 4 weight sizes,
Extra
4 weight
weight
classes.
loss.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so total moms I've been with, I'd have to say 4 or 5.
Are you ready to be a stepdad?
For
You
the
walk,
right
you
one.
walk out of that room and say, "Call me daddy." Let's go.
Oh, that's another thing. The daddy movement. I want to talk about it. 'Cause
I meant call me daddy
fucking-
to the children, but also
hate it.
yes.
Yeah.
No,
Dad,
yes.
The actual like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like it when girls call you daddy?
There was a lot of
Well,
daddy going
first
on in
of
that
all-
Snapchat. That Snapchat had a lot of daddy action going on in it.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal in that Snapchat conversation. But yeah, no, just depends on the female and how she says it.
But
Like if
you
she's
won't
like,
actively
ooh, daddy,
seek-
but
I'm-
like,
I'm
oh,
not like-
daddy. Like that?
that
You
made
like
me
better?
upset.
Yeah.
Do you actively seek that out, or like
No.
if it just happens, like
No, if it just happens, I roll with it.
okay?
But it's not like, hey, you're calling me daddy. No shot.
I think
Interesting.
that's fair. I mean,
Like,
you-
if it's natural, go with it.
I
question
hate-
for the ladies: have you ever done that? Called
No.
someone.
No, and will never.
In a different language, it felt like the move. In the throes of the heat, like
In a different
I
language.
hate it. I hate it.
What language?
like puppy.
I knew that's what it was going to be.
I
No!
was waiting for that.
Oh no.
It was like one night we talked about it the next day, and I was like, "Was that weird?" He was like, "Looking back on it, yeah, for sure." But like in the moment, it was hot. But I wouldn't just
Can I
like
say, was
text a dude
He was.
daddy.
Was he speaking Spanish also?
Correct,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Did he call you mommy?
No, that would be weird for some reason. Okay,
I
Yeah.
I don't
understand.
know. Maybe
I
I'm not
understand.
into
The
it.
mommy
Yeah.
thing, like if
It's
I
the
was
double
called,
standard.
if I was called
Yeah, for
mommy,
sure.
I would
Everything
not
is.
fuck with that. But I
Yeah.
also don't call anyone daddy. So
Okay,
Right.
my thing is, almost anything during sex, if that person is getting off to it, then I'm down for it. So,
That's fair.
talking to you, fuckboy, like, if a girl is saying daddy in the sense that, like, she's clearly super into it,
Mhm.
then are you not just going to kind of join that energy and be like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah,
I'm super
definitely.
into it?
Definitely.
Yeah, like, you're never going to ask a girl for that, but if she does it
Yeah.
and she loves it, you're going to be about it. I
Definitely.
think 99% of shit in the bedroom, you're going to feel that way.
that's fair.
That's
Yeah.
my argument
Fair.
all the time.
If
Fair.
it was someone that I really like if it was some random and they were like, do this, I'd probably say, I'm actually okay, but thank you. if it was someone who I fucked with and I actually liked, I'd be like, you know what? Sure,
Yeah.
let's do it. But
Let's
if it was
try
just
it.
some random at the bar and we're fucking, I would say,
Yeah,
actually,
some
maybe this makes me
That's
reevaluate.
a red flag.
Yeah, I don't want to fuck you, actually.
We shouldn't experiment with anything with strangers.
No,
I'd
yeah.
say now I
You do
don't
your
even,
basics, you do what
Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
and you're
I'd
comfortable.
say you're
with.
making
Yeah.
me not even want to fuck you at all. So let's,
Yeah.
let's
let
step
alone
back.
without the daddy. Oh my gosh.
Let me see if I have any more questions on this. You have any more questions on your roster?
No, I just want to know, like, what advice could you give the women? Because I looked at our stats today, and 88% of our audience is women. So, what advice could you give to women that are single, that are looking for a guy or a girl, regardless?
Well, just don't come out the gate blazing. All right, slow it down. That's pretty much the biggest thing with me. If you come out the gates with me and you're just like, I'm fucking horny, let's fuck. I'm like, whoa, wait, can I get to know you a little bit first? Can I get to know what you
He
like
said,
and
hey,
don't
I'm
like?
a gentleman. So
Right.
let's back up.
I am a fuck boy, but I'm a gentleman at the same time. No, so
Okay.
it's if you come out the gate hot, it's gonna be all bad.
Okay.
Unless that guy's into it, but
But yeah,
Probably
that's
not.
a whole red flag.
yeah, that's going to be a whole red flag, and it's probably going to be a couple months, and you'll probably never see him again. So
That's true. Okay. I like that advice. Anything else?
I was gonna ask if you and your if you have similar tastes to any like any of like your family members, like
Or your homeboys.
yes, exactly, friends,
Anyone in your
family,
circle.
whoever, yeah.
So me and
Oh, I have another question after this.
me and my friends, we kind of got the same taste, but majority of the time we're night and day.
Okay.
So they're all ass, and I'm majority all tits.
Very true.
And-
I know a lot of your friends. Very true. Very
Okay.
true.
And then me and my dad have the same taste in women for the most part.
AKA your ex-girlfriend.
Sorry about it. But but I mean, I kind of got a higher standard than my dad does. He's like to the point, if you got just giant tits, sign me up.
Busted ass face.
Like if your face is
Hey,
a 3,
Hey now.
If your face is a 3, then
is
yeah.
loved by somebody somewhere.
I know, but
I mean-
I'm just.
There's nothing against the person. I mean, it's what they were dealt with.
Alright.
Are you Eskimo brothers with any of your friends or family?
Oh wait, yes, that leads me into a question.
I got some Eskimo bros out there, yes.
How many?
I think we're still single digits, but I mean,
Like of like close friends or
Yeah.
siblings or
Oh my god. With siblings? How many are there?
siblings, I don't think I'm with my siblings, but my friends. My
okay.
friends.
Okay.
Are you down to date somebody who has fucked your friend?
Depends on the friend, because I got some friends that are whores. But, I mean, I just really don't ask about it prior. I like to find out later on down the road.
Classic man.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like, because that could ruin the whole vibe.
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
true.
you
Yeah.
dated that guy?
Yeah.
Untouchable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Do you have any questions for us, the listeners? Anything you'd like to get off your chest before we end this?
what is your weirdest dating experience?
Wants to kick it off.
I need to think. I haven't dated in a while. Oh, well, I have two, I think. But my first one is I went on a date after high school with my first kiss ever, which was in like 6th or 7th grade was like my first kiss. And when he was like the new kid in school, this whole thing. And then we ended up, we dated for like a month in middle school, never dated again. Then after high school, we got back in touch with each other. We went on a date and he just naturally assumed that we were going to hook up. So he drove me to his house after and I was like, what are we doing here? Like, what is happening?
You were getting murdered.
Yeah. And I was like, what are we doing here? And he was like, oh, well, I just thought like we would come and like watch a movie and like, and I was like,
Bold of you to
yeah,
assume.
yeah,
That's
like
a bold
no.
move, guy.
And then we
Bold
just
move.
sat there awkwardly for like 15 minutes, and he's like, "I guess I can drive you home," and I was like,
How courteous of you.
"Yeah," I was
Thanks.
like, "Okay."
You're like, I'm
thanks."
gay.
Yeah. Turns out, hot take.
That's
But yeah,
wild.
it was weird.
Yeah, that's weird. I never assumed like, hey, we're fucking first date.
I
Yeah.
don't think
The
anybody.
fact that
should.
he just had the gall to drive, just be like, oh,
Yeah.
we're going to my house.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
oh.
so odd, and we were having such a great time, and then we got there, and I was like, "What are we doing here?" And then he was like, "Well, I just thought, like, and like kind of gave me that look, and I was like,
He said, oh. No.
confusion. Yeah, like just because we kiss in 7th grade doesn't mean that we need to fuck now as adults. Like, doesn't go like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun.
That was a
Mhm.
bold move by him. Wow.
And then I guess
Something tells me there wasn't another date after that.
there was not. No, there
Shoot, I
was
really
not.
pulling for you guys.
Yeah.
But I mean, another funny, like, my ex-boyfriend now looks like Luke Combs. If anybody wants to look that up,
Dodged a bullet with that one.
you know,
Wait,
yeah,
wait, let me
DJ,
see.
you know.
I can confidently say I don't. Luke
Let's look this guy up.
Holmes.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
Luke Holmes, but, like,
he's a large Republican that loves Trump.
Oof.
Yep. So that's
that's
just funny to look back on now.
unfortunate. That's
Yeah.
so unfortunate.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the fact that
I will
remember
pass
that.
the baton off to you, LB.
I've I am not really like a huge dating person, and then I've been dating my boyfriend for a year and a half, so, but I've gone on a date before where I ran into multiple relatives on the date, and it was a date from Tinder, so that was fun.
They did say that the guy was hot, though. So
He
good
was
for you.
super hot. He
Yeah.
was very good looking.
Yeah.
But we were on the date, and it was like this little drive-in, like, burger place, and we were sitting there, and I see my Nana and Papa and my uncle, and I look over, and my Nana is staring at the guy that I'm on the date with, like, just gives him, like, a really nice smile, completely fucking ignores me, and I look over, and I snap in her face and go, hello, and she looks at me and goes, what the hell? Who is this? What do you do? And I go, oh no.
Classic.
And then, but they were very cool. He was really nice about it. And I was like, oh, by the way, I know this is like our second date, but here's my entire family.
Here's my
So,
extended
yeah,
family.
I was like, here's my grandma, my grandpa, my uncle. And he was like, oh, okay. And then but he was super cool about it. And like, they were nice. Shout out to my uncle. I was worried he was going to say something embarrassing on purpose, of course.
Yeah.
But he was actually very laid
Civil.
back. Yeah, he was
Good.
actually very laid back and chill. But yeah, that was very odd. And also, my Nana was looking at my date like so smitten, just absolutely beside her. Like just grinning from ear to ear, and she was just like, she goes, "You are so handsome," and then just like I was chopped fucking liver sitting in that seat, just didn't even recognize her own granddaughter, and I said, "Hello, I'm actually here too." So thank you. So that was fun.
Love that.
But yeah, shout out to him wherever you are. Think we still follow each other, but not too sure. So anyway, pass it over to DJ. What's yours?
Shockingly, I don't have a date recap because I've been weirdly fortunate. I think I do a really good job of like screening my app dates and everything. So I don't have like a crazy dating story, but I do have an uncomfy hookup story if we're interested.
Okay. Yes.
I was a virgin in college. I'll say it.
Yeah.
I'm proud of it.
Yeah.
Whatever. But virgins are horny too.
That's
I can
correct.
absolutely co-sign
Yeah.
that statement.
I'm starting a GoFundMe about it. And I dry humped a lot. And unfortunately, one poor victim. We were both in denim.
That scratchy denim. Oh.
And I found out 2 years later, he left our special night together with a scar on his dick in the shape of Harry Potter's scar.
Like a lightning bolt?
Yes!
Oh, shit.
From
All
the-
I'm imagining is Cameron Diaz and Justin Timberlake in Bad Teacher when
yeah.
she's like,
I
oh
hope
yeah.
Academy scar. And then he goes, maybe next time we can do it.
And he's like,
on.
oh yeah.
I know.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
That
I'm
was-
almost there.
That was my sex life in college.
I do have a question though. How did that come about? Like, what part of the genes was
I don't.
imprinting that on his?
Had to have been the zipper.
He was.
That's what I was thinking.
But did
was
he not
laying
wear
down and I
underwear?
was on top.
Or like the
I don't
little
know.
metal like button part. You know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about? Maybe that was like.
I
scraping
would
across.
even say if there wasn't metal involved, like it was an
It was
intense
aggressive.
night.
It was an aggressive dry
It was
hump sesh.
super special.
I was in love with him. I had to really show him what he meant to me.
Oh
This is what
Anywho.
virgins are up to over here.
That's that Catholic schooling you hate to see.
Oof.
my god. Does he still have it to this day? Should we check in?
No, unfortunately, he was like, we were good friends after that in college, and he told me it was like affecting his dating life because girls would be like, "What happened there?" And he would be like,
Dry
I
hump
got
incident of
dry,
"This
dry hump the
virgin
fuck
tried
out of
to
me,
bite me
DJ.
in the jeans." So yeah, I hope he's doing well. Miss you, bud. But
Hope you and your dick are okay.
Oh my god.
anyway,
That's kind of
Yeah.
badass though.
Yeah,
Like, if
I love
is
that.
it?
Yeah. I mean, if I was
You
looking
literally
at that-
left a scar on a
Yeah.
man that you didn't have to touch his dick. Good for you.
Yeah. Good on you.
Yeah.
You left your mark.
I care for this man, so I feel bad.
You could never-
I don't love
I mean,
it.
honestly, if I was him, I'd try and play that out. Be like, yeah,
Birthmark.
this is what happened.
He
blah,
could
blah,
just
blah.
lie.
Could
Birthmark.
have made up
Like-
some bullshit story.
Yeah, it's kind of on him, to be honest.
I mean, it's a good conversation piece.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank
Hey,
you.
you want to see the scar on my dick? First date, just
I
whips
mean,
it right out.
I mean, first date, that might be a little forward, but,
Yeah.
you know.
Maybe in the middle of an Applebee's, you probably shouldn't, but
Yeah.
otherwise,
True.
good conversation piece.
Also, if your date's taking you to Applebee's first date,
I know,
let's
absolutely.
think about that.
Actually,
DJ.
I start a lot of my app conversations with, "Do you want to go to Applebee's with
Really?
me?"
I mean, those
I
marks, they
love
have
Applebee's.
they have the
I mean,
really
nothing
cheap
against
marks,
Applebee's,
don't they?
but-
They have the margs, and to me, it's like if you think you're above Applebee's, then I know I'm not attracted to you.
It's a humbling experience.
It's a humbling experience.
My sister would hate this conversation. She's an
But-
absolute hater of Applebee's. But that 2 for $20, baby.
Has
Yeah.
she had the wonton tacos?
Ask her.
Perhaps.
Message her.
Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly.
we got an audience cosigner
Right.
too on those tacos.
Okay. I feel like we've been at this for a minute.
Yeah. Thank you, Fuckboy, for coming on. I'm sure we'll
Yeah.
have you on at a later date.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
love to be back. It was fun. Thanks
She's
for
like
having
a
me.
2-time guest. All right.
All right. Ciao, bitches.